finish it, baby.
Oh, let's finish, you know what I'm saying?
The only thing I could do was wait to finish.
Hmm.
As if I was always interested in the options of others.
Damn it, I never cared about it. Why right here? Why right now?
I recall the face of Lena in tears.
Yeah, probably not the opinions of others, but her opinion was the one I cared about. Or her opinion. What did I say? I don't think I read that right.
It was close enough. Day 6.
Oh.
Lena.
Whoa.
Oh, Lena.
We're locked in, baby.
Lock me in, baby.
Locked and loaded.
Lock me, daddy. I woke up because someone was shaking my shoulders. No, I can't skip it. It was too hard for me to open my eyes, so I just whined pathetically.
Get up already. You're gonna miss the lineup.
Once I realized what Olga Dmitrievna wanted from me and what time it was, I rolled over to face the wall. I was so tired that I wanted to choke the camp leader just so she would quit disturbing my recovery from my head yesterday.
Semyon, get up immediately.
I will
Gotta tell
choke
it
you.
like it is.
I mustered up my strength, opened my eyes, and sat up.
I mustered up my strength and started choking.
Choking her.
How dare you interrupt my sleep?
She was into it.
Ugu.
By the way, have you seen Lena around?
Nope. Why do you ask?
I didn't see her at the morning lineup. That's odd. It's not like her.
Maybe you are right. I don't think it's a big deal, to be honest.
Yeah, of course. I was just wondering.
I sat for a few minutes in place and then headed outside without finishing my breakfast. Israel knocked and went inside. I stood behind a big tree so nobody could see me and began to wait.
You don't really see this art much. It's pretty good.
It's nice. It's very nice. He was absent for quite a long time.
Perhaps this is a stupid idea because, in fact, what difference does it make if he went to the library? Maybe he just decided to get something to read. He was walking fast, so what? Perhaps he has some business afterwards.
Oh my... My thoughts were disturbed by a loud door slam. I looked towards the library and saw Israel running away from there, and Xenia, who ran after him, shouting along the way.
I don't want to hear anymore. Or to see you either.
They ran past me, but naturally they were so involved in chasing that they didn't notice me. The whole situation seemed very funny, and decided that I needed to find out what the matter was.
I wonder, where could Ezreal be running to like that?
Oh, okay.
I think the
Gee,
clubhouse.
I have no idea. Yeah, sure, clubhouse.
Clubhouse.
Clubhouses. Yes, it is quite obvious that he ran straight to his native cybernetics club.
I entered without knocking, but didn't find anyone inside.
Ezreal, it's me.
The sound of footsteps came from the next room, and soon Ezreal himself appeared.
Hi, Semyon. I'm just...
His eyes ran guiltily, and his short
God
head
damn
whispered
it.
traces of sweat. You chose these things.
I know I did.
Stupid cock.
I wanted more to do, now I'm hating having going in for sports, I see. Sprinting. You saw that?
What are you doing?
I don't know what my Lena is now what Ezreal used to be,
That
and
was
I have to
that
change
was
to
the
Ezreal again.
nurse.
Do you want me to take Ezreal?
No. Won't work this time.
He asked, doomed.
Yes, purely by chance. So I decided to stop by and ask how you were doing and what happened. Nothing special, really. Indeed, fleeing from an angry librarian? It's nothing. You can tell me.
I smiled disarmingly.
Really? And you won't tell?
Won't you tell?
Oh, and won't you tell? That's not... whatever. Of course, silent as the dead. Cross my heart.
Seems I exaggerated there a bit, but it looks like I'd convinced him.
Okay.
He took a deep breath, gathering his strength.
You know, I've liked Xenia since the first day.
He's not gay?
What?
I don't like this, Ezreal.
Get him out of here. Where's Electronique? Where's the real one?
At those words, I wanted to fall to the floor and start rolling around, shaken by violent attacks of laughter. But out of respect for him, I refrained. Still, his next few words flew past my ears.
And so I just decided. Well, and you saw what happened next. A brave fellow indeed. Well, you try harder, I guess, and you'll succeed.
I patted him on the shoulder, trying really hard not to laugh.
Thank you for the support.
He smiled sadly. That doesn't look sad.
Okay, I gotta go. I have some work to do.
I shot out of the clubhouse like a bullet and finally LOL'd.
However, if you think about it, Ezreal and Xenia would make a wonderful couple. They actually are a perfect match. It's strange then that Xenia rejected him.
I was going towards the square, thinking further about this episode.
At the end of the day, Ezreal's not such a simpleton. Just like that, he declared his love, even realizing that refusal will follow. Or on the contrary, it's because he's just as simple as an apple pie. Either way, you can feel the honesty and sincerity in his behavior. More complicated people would spend hours, days, months, and years thinking about how to present this in a better way, what consequences it would have, and whether you should even bother.
Is this gonna lead into him being like, oh, that,
I would do so myself. Of course. No, rather, I have done so. But he just said it. Unsuccessfully, of course, but it could have also gone differently.
This thought's made me completely melancholy, so much so that the lunch signal, usually so anticipated, didn't trigger any emotions at all.
By the way, where is Lena?
Because of all my thinking, I'd completely forgotten about her.
I don't know. Do you know where Lena is?
No? Why are you asking?
Oh, I don't know. One of your students is missing. It's like I felt like you needed to know that. She's nowhere to be found. She's missed both breakfast and lunch.
So what?
So what?
She looked at me blankly.
What do you mean, so what? When Sharik was gone, the whole camp was searching for him early morning.
I don't understand you.
There's something strange happening to the camp leader again. She's behaving absolutely incomprehensibly, illogically.
Do you think it's normal? So where is she now?
I don't know.
Uncle Dmitriev replied calmly.
This is too much.
I started to lose my temper.
Ask Miku. She is her roommate after all. Oh, God.
That was a good idea, because obviously I would get no more answers here.
I went outside, slammed the door, and went to look for Miku
yeah.
and Lena's cabin.
Hi. Do you know where Elena is?
No.
Have you seen Lena?
No.
Can you help me find her?
No. Maybe later. I've got cleaning here to finish.
It was like a lightning strike. Took a few awkward steps back and ran away from this place. After catching the breath, I looked around and found myself at the bus stop. I sat on the curb and covered my face with hands. I love that.
With hands.
With hands. Not my hands, someone's hands.
I found some hands on the ground.
It was Slovia's.
Watching the battle fraught from the fried was no threat to the fucking... Watching the battle fought from the side with no threat to your life and being on the hotspot without... Being on the hotspot without being able to help the ones you care about are two different things. While everybody was at dinner, I could quit.
I'm gonna read.
I could sit quietly and think there. No, I don't get it. I'll trudge through. Though, what could I think about? Enough, maybe?
However, my expectations are ruined. On the beach I met Zenyatta, which greatly surprised me.
You also come here?
She looked at me from behind her glasses.
Do you think I'm not a human being?
No, I don't mean that.
Then what do you mean? Of course I remember that I gave her the most annoying voice possible.
Nothing. By the way, have you seen Lena?
No,
I see.
what do you want from her?
Well, nobody's seen her since yesterday evening.
Do you think that somebody could get lost in this camp?
Someone already did, she LOL'd.
Sharik succeeded.
That was a special case.
Oh, that's a new pick.
Those guys are two peas in a pod and you never know what to expect from them.
I immediately remembered the morning incident.
Tell me, why were you chasing Ezreal this morning?
Zenyatta got uncomfortable.
It's none of your business.
Just asking.
Because he's a fool.
She turned away after these words.
Maybe you shouldn't be so strict towards him.
Even to me, it wasn't clear whether I'm defending Ezreal or just keeping the conversation going.
And how else should I train him?
Well, you could give him a chance. You know, such an act requires lots of courage.
You say it as if it's something special, something kind of cheap. You be able to do that yourself?
I thought and answered after a while.
I don't know.
This guy's out of it.
I'm sick of saying I don't know the same way I've said it probably 500 times. This guy's a tart and he doesn't know what he's thinking. Haven't had the right moment yet.
I hope you'll have it soon.
Just turned into a smoker for some reason.
Between these two extremes, I always worked in a great number of different answers like maybe, perhaps, probably if, and not sure but I'll try.
I wish I could get those lines. I don't know. Maybe. What? What'd you say? What's that supposed to mean?
Oh my god.
Where's he going? I'm gonna follow him.
I got up and slowly wandered aimlessly. Soon the path led me to the sports ground. I stood there for a moment and was about to leave when I heard noises.
Clap. Another clap. Something painfully familiar.
I ran towards the volleyball court and saw Lena, who was unsuccessfully trying to hit the shuttlecock with the racket. I stood in shock for a long time. My head was completely empty. I just looked at her and felt a sense of joy. Joy at finding her, joy at seeing her again. Finally came to my senses and decided to approach. But after a couple of steps, I stopped.
And what do I say now? Glad I found you? Where have you been? I was worried. After yesterday's conversation, it's very unlikely she wants to see me. And what if Lena asked me why I was looking for her? Why was I worrying? I didn't know why myself. Probably it's because she was absent for too long. Maybe if it wasn't her but some other person who I knew, I'd been worried the same way. Maybe if I'd behaved differently yesterday, she wouldn't have disappeared today. I'm not sure, but I'll try to come up with something adequate.
Took another step and stopped again.
See, I just needed to get out of my system the other scene. I'm good now.
You good?
Should be. Probably, maybe, perhaps, I'm not sure. Again and again, these words appeared in my mind, in my life. Unconsciously, without my will. But why? For what purpose? I have to make a decision, once and for all. Although, there are two simple words, yes and no.
Finally, it's all clear. I went to the court, approached Lena, smiled, and said.
Hey!
She turned and looked at me.
Hi. You were absent all day. Yes, I was walking around.
Everything she said was quiet and calm, with no trace of embarrassment or shyness. No emotions at all, in fact.
We worried about you. That's not really true. No one else gave a shit.
Yeah, that's true. The only one who worried was me, honestly, I gotta be honest.
You shouldn't have. But you can't. You can't just disappear like that.
I tried to smile to make my words not sound like a reproach.
I don't think that anybody cares about that. I care, for one. Why?
I read surprise in her eyes. I wonder how.
Because it's not right.
No matter how I tried to be perfectly honest, it came out wrong.
Oh, I see. Okay, I won't do this again.
It seemed like this conversation was not interesting her. Silence followed. I just didn't know what else to say. I just seemed to be quite content with the silence.
Are you any good?
I finally said, pointing at the racket.
Not very. If you want, No, I don't.
She walked to the bench, put down her racket, and birdie.
Okay.
To tell the truth, I didn't expect that response.
Wanna look at the stars together? Yeah, of course. Oh, come on. Flip and load. I want to. What? What's so funny? I can't see it.
Looks like just a ditz. What is his face? What is it?
Jeez, I wish it would flip and load. I see like two giant ass eyes just looking straight up.
It's quite good. It's amazing art, really. My favorite. It's so awful.
Aw, miss.
Everything about it sucks, and I love it.
They look so tiny.
Just a gash for what's supposed to be his nose, I think. It's just really just a claw into his face. What is happening to her finger? Why? She has one massive finger. It has like a vein in it. It's so
Is
strong.
it the middle finger?
It's the index finger.
Oh.
She's got like thighs and then tiny, tiny little legs, and they're just red. She's on her knees so much, you whore, and her eyes are just huge, and her mouth is tiny. It's so. It's just. I don't know. Alright, I sat down beside her.